Guys, this is
Yeah.
Jyoti Surup Mohanty here. So I am a digital marketer. I've been working since in digital marketing almost 7 years now, and have a total experience of almost 11 years in corporate sector trainings. Mr. Pulkit, please stop doing this drawings. This looks very kiddish, right? And I will be going through a small concept called drop shipping today, something which is coming up in India, and it has been quite viable. And many people doesn't know the basic concepts of drop shipping, so they get confused how to take ahead and how to carry it forward. So finally, we came up with Nine E-commerce came up with the concept to at least tell people about drop shipping. Small introduction, as you all heard about Nine E-commerce. They generally have a niche in both traditional and emerging e-store technologies, giving best techno-class solutions to modern business services. You all have been aware, so I'll not take your much time into it. I'll directly move on uh, towards drop shipping. So, as you can see on the right side of your image is your customer, your store, and your supplier. So, straightforward and very clear, right? Dropshipping is a business model where you send your customer orders to a manufacturer or wholesaler, and they send the products directly to your customer. You never see or touch the products. Like something like is a model where you, the retailer, don't have to have a store or even handle any stock. Let me give you one small clear part. Right, there are many small you can say, I would say, entrepreneurs or the small business holders or small business owners who are making use of this. I mean, can you please make this stop annotations? Just give me a second.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Who is this that doing it? Is it Shyam?
Uh,
Let me just.
Guys, no, see, let's be mature. We should not waste people's time. And if you think you're not into fit into this webinar, please do not. I would not like to entertain such people at all because it has happened previously. Thank you, Mr. Sham. You can leave the thing. Seriously.
Okay. Are we
Uh,
good to go?
yeah, I mean, you can just unlock the annotations for the people who are
Yes.
there on.
I'm just trying to find. If you can, you can do this.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
Okay, so dropshipping is something where people do not have to stock, they do not have to manufacture, they do not have to supply the products, or they do not have to source the product or anything else to them. So they just have to connect to a good wholesaler or a good retailer and just do a small collaboration as in you get in touch with them. Or for example, you are into apparels or you want to start an apparels business. So what do? You go to a particular wholesaler who sells products on wholesale, or any retailer who would like to after a small quotation or a small cut, and then you supply the same products to the consumer. The whole scenario goes like that. So I explain in a little brief manner. For example, you want to set up an apparel store. So you set up a website, right? And add up all the listings, all the product images, all the products. You list them out, and then you collaborate with one of the apparel manufacturers who design, who does everything on your behalf with your own branding. So with your own branding comes as in you have to sit and talk with the particular wholesale that the whole designing will be from yours, and I'll sell your product to the complete market. So that from that website, when somebody books somebody book a particular apparel, you just have to pass on the order to the particular wholesaler or retailer, and they will deliver on behalf of you with your own brand name, with your own boxing, everything. So in this scenario, this becomes very simple. In this scenario, you are not having any store, you're not storing anything, or you're not sourcing anything. You are just wherever the demand is, you're just completing those demands and coming back to that. So dropshipping is they generally turn in your process, package, and ship the product directly to the customer. As I told you, they do everything on behalf of you. You just have to get the orders and get it delivered and track the complete product delivery. So that is the whole process of dropshipping. So that actually helps out many people. So this is how the drop shipping works. Your customer places an order, right? The store orders from supplier. Right? For example, whenever customer is ordering something, or for example, you are ordering an apparel or shoes or any phone, the order comes back to my own website. So for my own website, I'll push that particular invoice or the order to my supplier, and then my supplier, the supplier places the delivery and customer receives the package. So the process is simple. Here is that on this point of view, you have to little bit cautious on the pricing. What happens when the wholesaler is setting up a price? For example, it is 100 rupees or 200 rupees. So you have to include the shipping cost. You have to include the packaging cost. After that, then you have to set a price for your product on the website. So this actually helps out. So make sure, for example, if the product costing from the wholesaler is rupees 100, of course the shipping would be around 50 rupees, and the packaging would cost around 10 to 12 rupees for each box or each apparel or anything. And then upon that, your profit ratio starts up. So on that particular point, you have to you have to do the pricing very strategically. So make sure you do not fall down on the product, or you're selling on the exact break even point. Break even point as in, if the product if your cost is coming off, your cost of delivery is coming around 160, but you're just earning 4 rupees or 5 rupees profit, then it's of no use. Make sure you have at least, if the product costing, if your costing comes around 160 to 180, you should be able to charge the consumer around 300 rupees. So that is how you earn the profit. So for this, it is little easy. Dropshipping is a great business, and because of its many benefits, easy to get started. Somebody who has never created an online store before getting started for dropshipping is fairly easy. You just need to find a supplier, create a website, and start selling. But finding an appropriate supplier with good products is our task. Is a big task. So making sure you're not having you're not just relying on one supplier. You should have at least 2 to 3 suppliers, because in most of the drop shipping cases, what happens sometimes the product is not available with one of the supplier. Then you can switch on to other areas or do other supplier. So make sure you have 2 3 suppliers in hand, as in you sign a exact contract of delivery, package, costing, everything. You sign a contract, a absolute good contract, very clean and legal contract with all the suppliers in order to deliver the products on behalf of you. Low startup cost. Yes, the biggest cost to starting a retail operation is purchasing inventory to sell. But here you don't have to buy an inventory. Your only expenses is to create a website and applying for a tax ID, and that's it. That's it. You don't have to do it. But beyond this, also, for example, you need to have a tracker for the package, and then for the costing, for the ads. So those are the small costs which would be there in the drop shipping business. Low overhead, since you don't own any inventory, you don't need to rent a warehouse space. Being an online store, you also don't need a physical space at all. Your only fixed cost it takes on a website, which costs can come around $30 per month. So the best part is that you take up an annual thing for your website, keep reimbursing or keep doing a renewal for the same, and then you carry on. So the biggest benefits, you don't have to own a space, you don't have to do an inventory, you don't have to have a warehouse at all. Small website, payment gateway, and a good domain, and that's it. Huge product selection, yes, you can have as many thousands or lakhs or whatever. So you can add as many products as you wanted. Low risk, you don't have to worry about inventory selling or drop shipping. It's extremely low risk. If you don't sell, you don't lose anything. But of course, if you really want to go on a big profit margin, so of course after this coronavirus, the biggest problem is that the cheap products are not available. Many people are not getting convinced to buy Chinese products. Before corona, of course, the drop shipping was booming because the qualitative, not so qualitative products were also getting sold. And that's the truth, right? So it happens. So the moment Corona came up, many people are hesitating to buy the products from China, and getting good qualitative products from to be delivered in India is a little bit a tough task. So there comes low risk, but it's tough also to get the product. Location independence, of course. Lack of inventory means you can run a business from anywhere with a laptop and an internet connection. I had Moonstore while traveling from traveling a country in an RV. Remember that. So it is just like you are doing a small own business, just writing a blog, but just make sure you're always available online so that whenever somebody is ordering something, you have a track of it. So keeping up the Google Sheets, keeping up the trackers, keeping up the orders part, delivery, everything matters a lot because delivery, on-time delivery or before delivery should be the main area of your specificity. Because, for example, if you're ordering from Amazon, they promise you to deliver within 3 days, but they do deliver within a day or two. So they tell that they ask for a bigger gap. They have a very good buffer time. If they tell you that the order will be delivered within 5 days, but they order within 3 days to come to the good level of expectations from consumer. So that's you got to make sure you got to go give a good buffer of delivery and deliver the products in a short span of time. Easy to scale, yes. Some traditional retailers, three times the sales means three times the work ordering, packaging, and shipping product. But drop shipping, it just means three times the orders. Your suppliers handle the rest, leaving your time to continue to grow the business. But make sure you have 2 to 3 business suppliers with this part. Because sometimes what happens, the one supplier doesn't have that capability or doesn't have that the stomach to handle so much of orders. It happened. It happens with most of the drop shippers, that they don't have the capacity to handle such huge amount of orders, or they're not able to deliver on time. If you're not able to deliver on time, your market value comes down. So that is how it is easy to scale, but you got to make sure if you're scaling it up, of course you need to have good amount of suppliers in handy. That's more important. Okay, so how to start a dropshipping business in India? Pick up a supplier, decide the products to sell, get your GSTN, design a website, and list products and market. So after this also, there are of course lots of marketing to be done, but these are the initial part. You got to make sure the step 1 and 2 are the two base. If you're selecting the products and based on that you're selecting the supplier, that's very important, very important. For example, one of my friends, she is into a boutique business, so she is into apparel. So she sells apparels that around costs around one apparel costs them around 17 to 18,000 rupees. That's a huge amount of money as per the Indian affordability. But if you're making sure that you have a good supplier, that particular 17 to 18,000 attire is getting designed within 3 to 4 days and able to deliver on the same day, it's a wonderful job. So then get your GSTN, design a website for your store, list the products and market. After that, it all depends on your word of mouth and your marketing, how to go ahead with the good drop shipping business. So that actually helps you a lot, part. So, what is right? So the AliExpress, is a widely popular e-commerce website known for tons of different products available at very cheap price. Of course, Indian government took a step recently blocking 43 Chinese mobile apps under Section 90. So make sure AliExpress is having a little bit very high concerns in India. I will not say India as well, but many countries. Since the buyers start looking for the best alternative for AliExpress, which has same variety with a cheap price availability. Uh, See, do not depend, that is why I told, do not depend on one supplier. Have a good 2 to 3 suppliers handy so that if any problem comes up with one supplier, you have other two to handle those capacity. So substitutes for AliExpress in India is Banggood. The first option on our list for the of best AliExpress on the Banggood is an online retailer with a variety of products. Banggood has a large variety of products, same as AliExpress, although the pricing is a little bit higher compared to AliExpress. Banggood also offers multiple products like drones and robots from China, Hong Kong, and even the United States. So you should make a note of it. Banggood is a very good website as compared to AliExpress. AliExpress is a very heavy because, of course, it has a good venture capitalist behind their back. But due to security concerns, Banggood can be a very good option. It is a very good option. Right? Then comes DHgate. DHgate is a highly popular AliExpress alternative and used by many buyers worldwide. It offers the same products and AliExpress at a very reasonable price. It is a good long product and catalog for almost everything that AliExpress. So if I say Banggood and DHgate, you should try hand in both the websites, not just one, but try hand in both the websites to check the quality of the websites or the products. That matters a lot because in India we want good quality with a less price. So make sure you testify and do a good testing with the products, product quality, as per as the delivery as well. Then you have Deal Extreme and Light in the Box. Deal Extreme is a Hong Kong-based e-commerce store and is also the best AliExpress alternative. It has a wide range of products from electronic items to fashion clothing. Since it's a Hong Kong-based e-commerce store, make sure to be a little bit aware because Hong Kong is almost occupied by China now. So we got to be a little bit cautious from Deal Extreme. Make sure that whatever products are coming is not printed exactly made in China because people will not be able to take if they can order one time, but they'll not order you for more than that. Light in the Box is a good alternative again, offers ranging from sports and outdoor items to fashion and apparel. The good product quality of Lightbox are extremely good, even though I have tested those products. So it actually helps out. So Deal Extreme, be careful. You can try one or two products, but do not be dependable on this again. Okay, final thoughts. On a similar note, dropshipping is a great way to test new products or ideas. If you have been wondering which type of t-shirt or which type of jewelry would be popular seller on your site, dropshipping gives you the opportunity to do the market testing in real time without having to invest the resources in testing market pre-launch. Okay, one more thing that because dropshipping, I would say that do not scale up on a very large scale. Start with a small ratio. That's important. You must first testify your products because what many people what they do they start on a very large scale and when the products are not getting sold, they start investing in the ads and when the ads also are not giving good results, the drop shipping business goes into a loss and then people have a perception that drop shipping is not a good business. It's nothing like that. We have to have patience. We need to start low. When the products are performing good, then it is comparatively fine to scale up slowly. I would say a good tenure would be 3 months. Testify a product for 3 months, then again wait for a product, then 3 months, then scale up after around 6 months, then scale up around 9 months. Slowly, every quarter you can take a jump, but do not scale up immediately. For example, you are selling around 100 products for a year, then again you're jumping to 200 products after exactly 1 year. Do not go for that 100 and 125 or 150 or 180 and then you go for it. So do not jump your products to a double capacity. Eh, you don't know what will the final, because many consumers are being pampered with lots of products with a good quality and a less price. So if your products are not getting uh, sold out there, you have a problem. So because marketing those products becomes little tough, because it's all about marketing and digital marketing. So make sure if you're digitally online, if you're not marketing a product, then it is not going to help you out to sell the products. So that's how. If you have any questions, please let me know, because dropshipping is an interesting concept in India. Many people do a lot of testification for this. It is very, very interesting with the new products which people would like to do a testing. So it actually helps. Yes, Mr. Karan Kumar, please ask. Prasanta, I am trying to speak very clearly and also going very slowly. If you can check connection from your end, because my connection at my end is completely working fine. You can just type in your question. Yep, you can just text up on the chat message. Yes, Puneet, please do ask. Okay, Indian side PayPal, or how the payment gateway is set up. See, PayPal works fine completely, but they charge a commission for that. They charge around 1.2 or 1.3 commission for per transaction. I would recommend you to have a payment gateway, something like Instamojo or a Razorpay. So that actually helps out. That's much more easier than PayPal. PayPal, if you are having international transactions, you should keep it, but try to give the customers everything, because some people are not comfortable online. Some people just want to do Paytm. Some people just want to do Phone Pay. So keep in lots of payment options. If you're looking for payment gateway, keep all the things. PayPal doesn't need any application. Not, you just need to go to the application, set up your bank account details, get it verified, and it becomes very, very easy. I'm not able to contact PayPal. PayPal, you just need to go to the website and open your account, and your then you have to attach your bank account number. So after verification, they'll transfer you 1 rupee for the confirmation, and then you go to again to the application, and then you submit, and then your details get. Yes. So that's how. eBay is having a lot of problems, so please avoid eBay. eBay is still having lots of problem in India, so eBay, do not do that.
I think Puneet
Okay,
has a question as well. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, now let me just come down. So, to Dr. Suresh, you do SEO and other services while we are running store. See, as a consultant, yes, I do SEO and social media marketing. You can get me. You can get in touch with me on a little different note. You can search for me on the Google. I will be available on LinkedIn. That was Suresh. Will you be covering advertising part as well? Puneet Mishra, advertising part is not here in today's webinar. You can get in touch with Amy. She can prepare a next webinar based on that if the students are available.
Yeah,
Kiran
sure.
Kumar, what's the setup cost for Shopify and your charges for website drop shipping? That you can get in touch with Amy, so she'll be able to help you out for the infrastructure setup. And
Yeah. Yeah.
are these suppliers good for international drop shipping as well? Yes, Puneet, there is no problem in that. Completely compatible, completely good, and you can get lots of variety of products there. Audience is an Indian people or target international people about audience. Audience, I'm talking about internationally. See, if you're digital, do not just focus on India. See, let me be very open and let me be very honest. Uh, being digital, if you're just focusing on India, you will not be able to survive in the market. It's a very brutal truth. We think that we are doing lots of shopping, but if you are compared to the world, we are doing nothing. We are actually not shopping anything. So if you are just limiting yourself to India and South Asian countries, you will not be able to earn a lot of profit. But if you really want to make good money, make it a worldwide, make it international. And you have to have the payment gateway which is internationally friendly. Something like PayPal, you should have it. If you're not able to do it from one profile, one email ID, contact them, get in, there's a toll free number, you can get in touch with them. There's a PayPal team in India as well. So there is no problem in that. How many days that this take uh, from bank good to Indian customers? Okay, billing how it may come to customers. Kiran, billing, that's why I told you, right? You have to have a good payment gateway. So, for example, whenever you're having a website, and if somebody is there, just going and clicking on the shopping part, you need to have a good payment gateway. One of the most preferable, if I see as per the Indian consumers, is Razorpay is doing good, most preferable. Then you have InstaMojo, that's second one. And if you're having international clients as well, if you're trying to focus them, PayPal is a must, is always a must. Because even though Indian people are also getting comfortable with PayPal now. So go for it. I would like to, Amy, please let me know your contact details. Okay, are the suppliers good for international? Yes, Karan Kumar, it is. Is it advisable to start with only couple products in half categories or go all out? Uh, I would say you can start with a small couple of products. So make sure that you having that. So couple of products. Yes, you can start with couple of products only. You should start. So cost of one or two products. What's the cost of entire setup of payment gateway plus Shopee? But Kiran, just let me come back. I was just answering to Puneet Mishra. Puneet Mishra, I would recommend that you should start with a small setup. For example, if you have a good kitty of products, for example, okay, Puneet, just wanted to ask which kind of industry you're focusing on so that I can advise you properly. Do let me know through the chat. What's the cost of entire Kiran Kumar? What's the cost of entire setup of payment gateway plus Shopify? Kiran Kumar, Amy will be able to help you out. So they take care for the completely on this
Yes,
part.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Puneet,
I mean, we provide different types of products. I mean, setups. Sorry, go on.
okay. So Puneet, are you there?
Hello. I have just shared our details here. You can email us to this email address, and you can also, I'm just gonna give you my contact number. You can also, contact me on there about the Shopify store setups. Okay, you can resume now, Jyoti, please.
Okay. So anyone else is having any doubt? Puneet, I was waiting for your. Okay, I want to start only formal wear, formal menswear. Umesh Kamble. Yes, it is possible completely. There is no problem. Anything is possible in digital world. People are selling just t-shirts and they are earning good. I mean, they are working 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, and they are selling t-shirts and they're earning in lakhs or thousands. For one of my friends is actually doing that. He works in a regular corporate job, so he is a digital marketer, and he sells around 1 to 2 lakh t-shirts a month, and he earns almost 4 times more than his salary. So what is the harm in that? Of course, the efforts are much more that he doesn't get time for himself, but that's how. So right, so you can sell anything online. So there is no problem at all. Um, Apparels and lifestyle products is completely there's no proceed. Apparels and lifestyle products is a huge product category, and it's a very different niche where people want to see lots of products. So of course you might be having thousands of, it's not hundreds, it must be thousands. So I would start with no, with a slot of from each category. For example, men, women, kids, senior. Even though kids apparels are working very well nowadays, very well nowadays. It's a different niche category, right? Because in India there are very few people who are selling Indian based company who are selling kids apparels. There are very few people. They are very and it is very expensive rather than your regular men's wear or women's wear. So you can start with that. There is no problem. Then you should, if you're having a lots of product listing, do add with start with minimum around 1,000 to 2,000. Then you can jump on. Yes, of course. Toys is a lot. It's a very competitive market. Toys is a very competitive market. Reliance has taken up Hamleys, so make sure you're able to compete with them because whoever Rajiv Chacheria, if you know about Reliance and Hamleys, Hamleys was a almost 200 years old company in India, and Reliance has taken over it, and they're coming online as well. So make sure that you do well. I all the best for the toys business. What's the average delivery time in DES in India? See, average delivery time it depends on the product category. In product category, it depends very well. If it depends on your supplier as well. It depends on your location as well. For example, if your supplier is in Delhi and somebody order is coming in Salem, Chennai, it will take time. It does take time. It does around 4 to 5 days. Somebody if the company is in Delhi and the supplier is in Delhi, and the product is coming from Chandigarh, it takes less time. So that's why I told you have suppliers from different cities. It helps a lot. My boutique friend, she who is having a business on apparel, so she has uh, suppliers from different cities, from Bangalore, from Kolkata, from Ahmedabad, from Punjab, from Ludhiana, from Salem, Chennai, then from Odisha, from Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. So she has a clientele everywhere, and she has suppliers from each and every place because it takes less time to deliver to the people there. And how do you think new entrant in DS can compete with Amazons of the world? See, do not compare with Amazons of the world. Amazon is a whale, right? So you cannot compete. A small fish cannot compete with them. So do not compare with them. There is no use comparing your business. The moment you start your business, and if you start comparing with Amazon, we will not be able to compete at all. We'll not be able to survive. Identify your people who can buy the product. Start focusing. For example, you're staying in Bangalore. Start focusing on Bangalore only. First of all, 1 to 2 years you're focusing on Bangalore. And if you have a good profit ratio, then move out of Bangalore. For example, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. Once you have a good catch up there, southern side, then you move on to eastern sector. For example, Odisha, Kolkata, or other areas or northeast area. Then you move on to western areas, and then you move on to complete pan India. Slowly move on that. I don't have HP laptop now. I have only smartphone. Can I do business? Umesh Kamble, see, it all depends on. I'm not a motivational speaker here, but honestly, practically speaking, you should have a laptop. Take a very low cost laptop. It doesn't cost you much. It comes in EMIs. Smartphone, of course, it does, but honestly saying, it won't help you. please buy a laptop or a desktop. I would recommend to buy a laptop rather than a desktop. Through phone, little bit tidy. I'm talking about from a delivery point time of view. Puneet, I hope I was able to answer your question. If anything left, please let me know. I'll definitely clarify it. Do you have any more questions, guys?
Okay, I'm just going to share some social media links here. So if you want to join us or you want to follow us for the updates, you can do so. I'm just going to copy paste here. Right. Okay, so we will regularly update, informations on this, and you can follow us on that, and you can also request us what topic you would like to listen for the next webinar. So we also welcome your suggestions. It would also be great if you can just send us a feedback form, to fill out this one, and then so we can make improvements, and we can take notes of it, of your suggestions and everything, and we can do better next time. I think have we resolved the last question of Puneet?
Yeah, what I meant was when the
Yeah.
similar products are available from Amazon or if you're going to the why or even mind by an unknown store, that will be longer delivery time. Okay. Uh, Puneet, see, you need to cut down on the delivery time if you really want to cut off Amazon from those customers. Then you need to find a supplier who can deliver in shorter period of time. That's the only way if you really want to cut down Amazon from those areas. So, see, at the end of the day, it's a tough business, right? No business is actually not easy. So if you really want to focus on those and longer delivery time and Amazon is reaching faster, of course, people would uh, opt for Amazon. So you have to look out for the logistic delivery supplier who delivers fast, and there are lots of logistic suppliers who takes responsibility only to deliver the products. Lots of lots of people are there who take the shipping business very seriously. So you can just connect with them, you can just collaborate with them and lower down your delivery time. So that's only a suggestion I have. And also, I also recommend you that do not compare yourself or compete yourself with big fish in the market. They have lots of money at their background. So do not just compete yourself. Understand their pain points. What are the pain points? If delivery time is more, you got to strike on that area. If delivery time is 3 days, you need to deliver the same product in just 2 days with regular updates. For example, somebody has ordered a product on Monday, right? Then give them a regular tracker. Monday evening, we have received and it is shipped to this area. Tuesday morning, send them again a small message. Tuesday evening, again a same small message that your product is on the way. We will try to deliver as soon as possible. Then Wednesday, ship the product. So this way, you're regularly updating your customer. Then what is the track of their product actually online? So these are the small efforts. If you take it up, then you're able to crack up Amazon very well. For beginners, which type of market is suitable? Indian market or international market? Rajiv, I would say it depends on your area of product category and your niche and your business. If you're into product, uh, make sure to start focusing on understand the target market first. That's much more important. That's very important. But if you think that you have a product category on which a single product is costing around 18 to 20,000, of course you cannot focus on the whole India. You really cannot focus. People from tier one, on tier one or tier two cities will only buy because tier three people from tier three and tier four cities will think 1,000 times before investing on 18 to 20,000 product. Even though your product is around mere 100 rupees or 200 rupees, you can focus anyway. Tier 3, tier 4, because people are buying blindly from there. Blindly. In last quarter, people there were more e-commerce orders than tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 3 orders were much more than tier 1 and tier 2. So it all depends on your product. You have to give a complete package. You have to give a complete. I'll just give you, this logic might not be apt at this particular business point of view. For example, if you really want to do a good photo shoot, you need to have a good physique, right? And good physique is a complete combination. It's a complete combination. You need to have a good physical appearance, you need to have a good attitude and perfect attitude, and then presenting yourself. That's the complete package. So you have to give a complete good package in order to retain the customer. See, getting a new customer is completely fine, but are you able to retain the customer? That's more important, right? Yeah, people after this corona, people are habitual of getting the products from Amazon and Flipkart because they don't see any other options viable. Faster delivery because they are there on their minds all the time. So even though you're marketing your product is also very important, the way you're marketing your product. I hope Rajiv, I'm able to help you out. Guys, anyone? Any more questions? By today was a good questions coming up.
Yeah, there was a lot of coming up, wasn't it? Like, I think it was a good session today.
Okay, okay. I think that's
I think
it.
that's it from everybody,
Yeah,
right? Okay, right. Okay, no problem. Thanks a lot, everyone, and thank you, Jyoti Swarup, for having such a wonderful session today. And obviously, we have answered a lot of questions, and we will get back to you with another topic and another webinar within next week or so. We will give
sure.
you information. If you have missed out on this topic, we will send you the recording as well for your reference in case if you want to refer it. So do not worry if you're missed out or if you've not been able to, attend all of it. So we will send out to you. And I hope you take care of yourself. And thanks again, everyone. We will see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.